Morning everybody. So in our last video in chapter control and coordination we studied about the plant hormones, and in this video we will study about the plant movements. Though as we know, these plants do not move from one place to another place, that means they do not carry out the process of locomotion, but individual plant parts or plant organs, they show some movements in response to some stimulus such as the light, the gravity, the water, chemical, or maybe the touch stimuli. And this movement of plant organs or plant parts in response to some stimulus, it is known as the plant movements. It is known as the plant movements. So basically, these plants shows two types of movements. The first is known as the tropic movements, or it is also known as simply tropism. And the second type of movement which are shown by plants, they are known as nestic movements, or they are simply also known as nestings. So first, in this video we will discuss about the tropic movements or tropism. So in case of tropic movements, usually these tropic movements are growth movements of plant parts in response to some stimuli. And in these movements, the direction of the stimuli determines the direction of plant's response. That means the direction of the plant organ response. So tropic movements are directional movements. So in case of tropic movements, they are the direction of response of plant, it is determined by the direction of stimulus, and that's why these tropic movements are directional movements of plant parts or plant organs. If a plant part moves in the direction of a stimuli, then it is called positive tropism. And if plant part moves away from the stimulus, then it is called negative tropism. So if plant part moves towards or in the direction of the stimulus, it is positive tropism, and if plant part moves away from the stimulus or opposite to the direction of stimulus, then it is called negative tropism. Now on the basis of the type of stimulus, these tropic movements have been divided into different types, and the first type of tropic movement is phototropism. So what is this phototropism? So this phototropism is the movement or response of a plant part or plant organ in response to light stimulus. So phototropism is the movement of plant part or plant organ in response to light stimulus, or even we can say phototropism is the response of plant part or plant organ in reference to the light stimulus. Now if plant part moves towards light, suppose this is the plant part, it is moving towards light, then it is called positive phototropism. So it is the shoot part of a plant. So the example of positive phototropism is the movement of shoot part of a plant which moves towards the light. And if plant part moves away from light, that is known as the negative phototropism. So here we are having our light, and this root part, they are moving away from the light. So it is known as the negative phototropism. So if a plant part moves away from sunlight, it is known as negative phototropism, and the example is the movement of roots towards soil. If plant part moves towards light or towards sunlight, it is called positive phototropism. The example is movement of shoot part of a plant towards sunlight or light. Now the next type of tropic movement, the second type of tropic movement is Graviotropism or geotropism. And this geotropism is the movement of plant parts in response to gravity stimuli. In response to gravity stimuli. So it is the movement of plant part or plant organs in response to gravity stimuli. And if a plant part moves towards gravity, that is towards earth surface, then it is showing the positive geotropism or graviotropism. And if a plant part moves away from gravity, because gravity here we are having the direction towards earth, so roots are growing towards the earth, then that means they are showing the positive geotropism. And this shoot part, it is moving away from gravity or opposite in the direction to the gravity. That's what they are showing the negative geotropism. So growth of shoot part or movement of shoot part is the example of negative geotropism, and the movement of roots towards earth is the example of positive geotropism. Our third tropic movement is chemotropism. As the name denotes, it is the movement of plant parts or plant organs in response to some chemical stimuli. And if a plant part moves towards some chemical, then it is called the positive chemotropism. And if plant part moves away from chemical, then it is known as negative chemotropism. The example is in case of the flowers. You have seen the structure of flower. This is the carpel I am drawing. So after the pollination process, when pollen grain germinates on the surface of stigma, the growth of pollen tube always occurs towards this stigma and style. It is stigma and it is style. And this is the ovary containing ovule or egg cell. So after pollination process, these are the pollen grains. When they reach at the surface of stigma, that process known as pollination. And after pollination process, these pollen grains, they germinates and results in the growth of pollen tube, and this pollen tube grows towards this stigma or style. And due to presence of some sugary substance in stigma and style, so growth of this pollen tube occurs towards stigma and style due to presence of some chemical substance in stigma and style, and that chemical substance may be some sugary substance or some sugar. So it is the example of positive chemotropism. Our fourth tropic movement is hydrotropism. So here also, as the name tells, hydro means water. So hydrotropism is the movement of plant parts or plant organs in response to water stimuli. For example, if a plant part moves towards water, then it is called positive hydrotropism. And if a plant part moves away from water, it is called negative hydrotropism. So if we are having a plant here, it is buried inside the soil, and these are the roots, this is the shoot part of that plant, then if we dig up, so we are making a dig here, and if we fill it with water, then what happens? After some days, the movement of roots, it changes its direction, and these roots, they starts moving towards the water. So in this case, the movement of roots towards water, it is the example of positive hydrotropism. Or even the soil contains the water, so movement of these roots towards soil, it is the example of positive hydrotropism. Now second thing, these roots, they move away from this water, they are moving away from this water, and this is the example of the negative hydrotropism. Our fifth tropic movement is your thigmotropism. Thigmotropism is the movement of plant parts or plant organs in response to touch stimuli. And if a plant part moves towards a touch, it is known as the positive thigmotropism. And if a plant part moves away from touch, then it is known as negative thigmotropism. Here, the example of positive thigmotropism, is the cucurbita berry. Even you can say the tendrils of cucurbita. Tendrils of cucurbita. So in case of cucurbita plant, if we provide here some support, so this is the cucurbita plant, and if we provide a support along with this, then its tendrils starts growing towards this support. The tendrils starts going towards this support, and this is the example of positive thigmotropism. Now, another example of negative thigmotropism. Negative thigmotropism is the Linnaeus plant. In case of Linnaeus plant, the growth of this plant occurs away from some support. So, if growth occurs away from some support, then this is the example of negative thigmotropism. Now, the second type of plant movements is nastic movements or nasties. We have discussed about the two types of plant movements, that is tropic movements, we already discussed, and the second is nastic movements or nasties. Now, these nastic movements, in case of nastic movements, the direction of stimuli did not determine the direction of response of plant part. So, these nastic movements are non-directional movements. Whereas the tropic movements were directional movements, but nastic movements are non-directional movements. That means they will neither move towards the stimulus and nor they move away from the stimulus. And these non-directional movements, they are usually shown by the flat organs of the plants. Now come to the types of nastic movements. So on the basis of stimulus, we have two types of nastic movements. The first is known as thigmonasty. So, thigmonasty is the movement of plant part or plant organ in response to touch stimuli. And the example is, we are having a plant that is known as Mimosa pudica. It is also known as commonly the Chui Mui plant, or it is also known as Touch Me Not plant. So when we touch the leaves of this Mimosa pudica, its leaves gets folded, because at that time the water that is present in the leaves, it falls down and it moves towards the stem. That's why the leaves gets folded, and it is the example of thigmonasty. Now, the second type of nastic movement is photonasty. And it is the movement of plant parts or plant organs in response to light stimuli. The example is dandelion flower or the sunflower. So this sunflower, they opens during morning when bright sunlight is available, but they gets closed during evening in the absence of sunlight. The second example here is moonflower. This moonflower, it opens during night time when the moonlight is available, and they closes during daytime when moonlight is not available. Thank you.